Okay, with me, let's go over the tools. Read with me. Thermometer, weather vane or weather sock, anemometer, and rain gauge. Jordan, can you tell us what the thermometer does?
We're just about ready to start. Are you ready?
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action!
Hello, I'm Ava Chrisman.
And I'm Eli Holyfield.
Our second grade classmates from Copeland Elementary School are here today to tell you about severe weather.
And they'll also explain some of the weather tools we've learned about that help predict and forecast the weather.
Now here's our meteorologist, Alexis Gardner, with a weather forecast for today and the upcoming week.
The weather for this week will show a big improvement over the last couple of weeks. I'm sure you remember the severe weather that we had with high winds and heavy rain. It caused some temperature power outages. That weather is gone for now. Today's weather will be sunny with a low temperature of 32 and a high temperature of 75. Tomorrow morning, the low will be 32 and the afternoon high will be 75. Now here's the weather and temperature for the remainder of the week.
Severe weather season is here. Some safety tips to protect you and your family include: have a plan of where to go if the weather is going to be bad. Listen to the radio or TV to know where the storms are headed. Have a weather safety kit with a flashlight in case the power goes out. I'm Jordan Hayes reporting for WCES TV. Now back to you at the studio.
That was a great report. Thank you, Jordan Hayes.
Yes, we do need to make sure we're prepared for severe weather. Now we have another report on weather tool that many of us around our homes. WCS reporters Jane Watson and Megan Miller. Our next story on this well-known weather tool.
Everyone needs one of these in their home and in their car. A thermometer. Temperatures can change quickly, as you know. A thermometer is an instrument used to measure temperature.
Thermometers are used to measure outside and inside temperatures, and most of them do this by direct contact with the air.
At modern weather stations like the one we saw last week at the Science Center, an electronic temperature sensor is used to measure the outside air temperature.
Our thermometer here uses mercury.
The volume of the liquid expands as it heats up, representing an increase in temperature.
And the liquid contracts when it cools down, representing a decrease in temperature.
Now, as you can see, a good weather tool to have around your home is the thermometer. I wonder what the temperature is in here. 80 degrees? I'm Jaden Watson.
And I'm Megan Miller, reporting for WCES TV.
Thank you, Jane and Megan, for that great report on thermometers.
You know, I don't think we have a thermometer at our house. It sure would help me to know whether I can wear shorts to school every day.
Eli, do you have a weather vane or a windsock at your house?
No, but I wish I did, especially now that I know where one is.
We have a report on weather vanes. Let's go to our reporters, Dalton Lane and Kaylee Marion. I hear they're experts on weather vanes.
I don't know about being an expert, but as second grade class certainly learned about this, a lot about this weather tool.
Yes, we have. This is the windsock, and it is used to tell which direction the wind is blowing. We made this simple weather tool and took it outside to test.
We held it by the string and checked which way the wind was blowing. Only then we tested it, the wind was blowing from the south.
That's right. We saw a little weather vane on our recent visit to the Science Center at Whitaker Middle School.
It was pretty cool. I'm Dalton Lane.
And I'm Kaylee Mears, reporting from WCES TV.
Weather vanes are nice to have in the yard. I've seen them on tops of barns too. Lots of people have windsocks hanging on their porches or in their yards to see the wind blow. Some of them can be really fancy.
Yes, I can see that the windsock or weather vane is an important weather tool for many people.
Do you know what this is?
Yes, and that's our next weather tool, the anemometer.
Here's Annie Rangel and Eduardo Cortez with that report.
What's a thermometer, you may be wondering?
And did you know that many people confuse the windsock or weather vane with the thermometer?
Yes, they did, but we know they have totally different jobs. This anemometer tells how fast the wind is blowing.
One cup is a different color, so we can tell when it has made one complete revolution. The number of turns in a minute tells how fast the wind is blowing.
This is a useful tool for lots of people, including pilots when they fly or farmers when they spray their fields.
It sure is. Farmers don't want to be sprayed don't want to be spraying chemicals on a really windy day until their neighbor's house.
You got it right, I'm Yanni Miguel.
And I've been Eduardo Cortez reporting for WCES TV.
I didn't know what a weather vane or anemometer were until we learned about it in school.
I'm going to look around when I'm riding in the car with my family and see if I see any of those anemometers.
Let me know if you find one near school. I'll have to show it to my family too.
Okay, we have one more tool left to tell everyone about, and it's the rain gauge.
This one is my favorite tool. My teacher says that she has one in her yard. She checks it after it rains to see how much rain is falling.
I bet the rain gauge overflowed a few weeks ago. We had a bunch of rain in just a few hours.
It just means we'll have some nice green grass around when spring gets here in a couple of weeks.
Ah, spring. Well, I guess we'll check in with our news team, Sophie Mason, Jose Carranza, and see what they know about rain gauges.
What's a C frame? Another question you may ask is why is it important? This is a rain gauge that was Whitaker had attached to a post in her backyard. It's important to know how amount of rainwater it had rained. It's important for her to know the amount of rain so she can determine if flowing weeds might be a good Saturday afternoon job. Or for her husband to know if he can plow the garden without getting stuck in the dirt.
I'm Sophia Mays.
And I'm Whitaker reporting for WCDS TV at Copeland Elementary School. Now back to you, Ava and Eli at the studio.
We learned a lot about severe weather and weather tools over the last few weeks.
We have. I never knew there were so many tools we could use to figure out the weather.
Eli, I guess this wraps up our weather show for today.
Yes, and our second grade classmates have done a great job of reporting what we've learned about weather tools.
I'm curious about what direction the wind is blowing today. You want to come with me, Eli?
Sure, let's go.